Okay, so what happens to all this excess production, all this extra electricity when a homeowner doesn't use it, and where does it go? Okay, it goes back to the electric companies. It goes back onto all the wires that connect the power plants with the consumers. You know, with the factories, the homeowners, the houses, everyone who uses electricity. That's where it goes. But this is a problem, and it's not just a problem for homeowners, it's a problem for the electric companies too. Let's take a look and see what it's doing. There's another graph right here. Let me see if I can back out a little bit for you. Here's another graph. This is called the California duck curve. If you notice, it looks like a duck. Okay? All right. This is how much electricity is needed, that they need to produce to send to consumers. This is the time of the day, 3 a.m., 6 a.m., 9 a.m., 12 p.m., middle of the day, 3 p.m., all the way up to 12 o'clock again at night. How much is needed? You would think there'd be a lot more needed during the day than at night. And usually people that don't have a lot of solar, states that don't have a lot of solar, do need more during the day than they need at night. And that's what's happening to California is something different. Look at this. See how this line goes down? If you notice, that's around 6 o'clock. Why is that going down? It's because homeowners are feeding too much electricity. All this extra electricity is being fed back to the electric companies, and this is when the line goes down. Now, when solar production goes down, then consumers need more electric. Then they need to buy more electric from the electric companies. So this goes back up. Now, the problem is, look what it's doing. This is 2015. 2016, we need a little bit less. 2017, we need even less. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. If you look at this right here, this is 0. So we actually need less electricity. There's so much electricity that they are putting more electricity onto the grid. The grid's all the wires that connect us. They're putting more electricity onto the grid than what's being consumed. That's a little bit of a problem. Of course, when the sun goes down right here, then the electricity companies need to provide more, the utility companies, as it goes up the neck of the duck. So that's a problem, having more electricity than they need. What do you think? Let's take a look and see what it's doing to the price of electricity, the wholesale price. Let's take a look here. Let's go down here. Let's see another graph. Just check this out. So this is the cost of electricity. And they're saying it's worth $55 per megawatt hour. And it comes along here, and then it drops off at 6 o'clock. Look at our graph over here. What happens at 6 o'clock is all those rooftop solar systems are producing. They started doing that. So they're sending so much electricity back to the electric companies or the grid that it's dropping. Here's the price of 0. It's actually have a negative value. It's like, what do we do with this electricity? Can you haul away, take it away? It's trash. They don't know what to do with it. And then the price shoots back up right about the time that it's needed again. What happens then is electricity production goes down. You can see it on this graph too. This is how much production solar is giving. So when solar is giving all this electricity back to the grid, it's producing this low dip in electricity, and then it goes back up. So if you are in the business of storing electricity from when you can buy electricity at they'll pay you to take it. Compared to this time, you can make some money, but you need to be able to store it. But the problem is you have to be able to store it in such an inexpensive way that you can actually store it and then sell it, 2 hours later. You don't have to store it for a long time. And there are people that are doing that actually. I'm not sure if it's allowed to be done in California or not, but there are definitely people in states that allow that to be done, and that's exactly what they're doing. But if you're a homeowner, you basically want to save all this electricity that instead of selling it at 2 or 3 cents, 2 or 3 cents good. It's not a negative value. And then you can use your own electricity instead of buying it at 49 cents right over here 2 hours later. So it's not just homeowners this is going on. This is going on. Electric companies are also having the same problem.